far probably was Manny Pacquiao because of his movement.
But you made it look easy.
But he's a hell of a fighter, and I can see why he won so many fights, and I can see why he's going down as a Hall of Famer. It's just certain moves that he made
in life. But I'm just saying this to repeat, but they might forget that the best fighter in the world has a humility.
I'm not here to talk about your personal life. When we talk about
the main purpose of the collaboration was to improve Manny Pacquiao's defense ahead of his fight against the younger Mario Barrios. At 46, Pacquiao can't afford to take as many hits as he could in his prime, which is why he turned to a defensive expert. While Mayweather is known for his extraordinary skills, his success wasn't just about talent. He was highly disciplined, investing in his body through hydration, amino acids, and nutrients to stay energized and resilient when it mattered most.
I don't feel, different than before.
Do you have any fear of getting hurt at 40? Getting a head injury at 40?
No, because the way I train, the way I work hard, the way I discipline, I'm still there.
Quickness, you haven't lost any hand quickness?
Quickness is still there. My focus.
what about the power?
And because to get a different weight division is not that easy. And I'm not trying to boast what I have.
Mayweather later shared that he still trains like a champion every day, started his mornings with cardio, running, jump rope, or sometimes swimming. His afternoons are dedicated to strength and boxing, focusing on high-rep exercises, core work, and sharpness drills rather than heavy lifting. For him, fitness is closely tied to longevity, and he trains to stay ready both physically and mentally. "It's part of who I am," he said, emphasizing the importance of goal focus, smart recovery, and mindful nutrition. With such a disciplined routine, it's clear that even at 48, Mayweather could step back into the ring if he chose to. Meanwhile, Pacquiao shared nostalgic photos, including one of them as a child with Mayweather, and drew a powerful comparison between their legacy and that of Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan.
Don't let them trick you into getting your ass whooped again.
We have a special guest here today. We'll be bringing him in.
I'm here to support my. He's a very aggressive fighter, throwing a lot of punches.
Yes.
So that's what I want. And, to make exciting fight. That's my concern is to make the people happy, the fans happy, and this is my testing of my career.
Manny Pacquiao recently shared a video of himself mimicking Floyd Mayweather's jump rope routine at the Mayweather Experience Boxing Club in Las Vegas. Now 62-8 with 39 knockouts, Pacquiao hasn't fought since his disappointing loss to Dennis Yugas 4 years ago. While many boxers have impressive skills, only one man in modern boxing, Floyd Mayweather, has gone 50-0 with 15 world titles across 5 weight classes.
In life, but I'm just saying this to repeat, but they might forget that the best fighter in the world has a humility.
I'm not here to talk about your personal life. When we talk about
Okay.
This is
Because you don't have anything more to prove.
Right.
You won 8 world championships and 8 different. No one's ever done that before. So you can't do better than that, right?
yeah. That's why I told them that that's the evidence of being passionate of this sport.
The legendary Floyd "Money" Mayweather Jr. retired undefeated, earning hundreds of millions and becoming a pay-per-view icon. Known for his unmatched defense and accuracy, he rarely showed damage in fights, with CompuBox stats highlighting his precision. His purse reached around $250 million for Pacquiao fight alone. Now, Mayweather is more focused on building future champions like Kermel Martin and Gervonta "Tank" Davis, sharing his wisdom to inspire the next generation. Less about money, more about legacy.
The Philippines, I'm okay with that. Working in the office, but
It's not that much fun, right?
It's
not like
it's
this.
not complete. My happiness is not complete without boxing. So as long as I can still fight.
Mayweather believes discipline always beats motivation. Show up even on the days you don't feel like it, he says. When goals feel out of reach, his advice is simple. Progress isn't about going viral. It's about improving little by little every day. That's how greatness is built. Staying true to his words, Mayweather has launched his own supplement brand, 101, designed to reflect that same mindset.
Nothing wrong with my condition. That's why I really thankful to God because He gave me this strength and this condition, this good health. You know, not all the fighters at the age of 40 feel like this.
By the way, how much time does it take to be a senator? How much of your schedule has...
Mayweather says his supplement line is built for endurance, recovery, and total body wellness, essentials for any athlete. I train harder than anyone and never took risks with improving products, he explains. 101 is clean, powerful, and results-driven, made with top-tier ingredients and backed by science. No shortcuts or hype. Designed as a complete system for serious athletes. It reflects the same standards that fueled his unbeaten career from 1996 to 2017. Even in retirement, Mayweather believes in staying ready. Meanwhile, Pacquiao has done exhibitions, but his upcoming fight with Barrios is expected to be a far greater test, as noted by his former promoter Arum.
Because I believe that we can bring a good fight. He's undefeated. He's a very aggressive fighter, so there's going to be a lot of action.
So you're 40 years old, he's 30 years old. You said...
Top Ranks Bob Arum told the Ring he couldn't speak negatively about Pacquiao, who meant a lot to their company, but admitted it's risky for Manny to fight a champion at his age. He noted that even George Foreman was younger and more active before his historic win over Michael Moorer. While Foreman became the oldest champion at 45 in 1994, Bernard Hopkins later broke that record at 46 in 2011 by defeating Gene Pascal.
9-0 with 22 knockouts. We had Sugar Ray Leonard, the great Sugar Ray, on. He sat right there, a few days ago? And he said he tried to come back and fight at 41, and he said he realized he was too civilized to fight, meaning he just lost his heart.
Pacquiao's upcoming world title fight, allowed under WBC rules for former champions, has faced some criticism due to his age and inactivity. Bob Arum praised Manny as an incredible person and said, if anyone can do it, he can, but admitted he's concerned. Still, Arum will be cheering for him. Widely seen as one of boxing's all-time greats and the only 8-division world champion, Pacquiao became the oldest welterweight champion at age 40 by beating Keith Thurman in 2019. Now at 46, he aims to break his own record against Barrios.
From the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS.
Pacquiao is also known for his political career in the Philippines, serving as a senator from 2016 to 2022 and running unsuccessfully for president in 2022. He's now considering a return to the Senate. Meanwhile, Mayweather had a legendary boxing career, facing top names like Pacquiao, Ricky Hatton, Canelo Alvarez, and Conor McGregor, combining verbal battles with dominance in the ring. Despite the trash talk, he remained respectful toward many of his opponents while building his perfect 50-0 record.
Oscar De La Hoya believes he won his fight against Mayweather.
Let me ask you this. I've heard you on several occasions said you feel that you beat Floyd in that fight.
Sure.
Why do you feel you won that fight?
You know, when you're a fighter inside the ring, when that final bell rings, you know it in your heart, in your gut. And physically, if you won or you lost, you just feel it. It's a sensation. And I just felt it.
Right.
You know, whether I was wrong or...
When asked which opponent he disliked the most, Mayweather didn't hesitate. Oscar De La Hoya. Their 2007 clash for the WBC Super Welterweight title was one of the most anticipated fights of its time, held in Las Vegas. It became the most lucrative bout in boxing history back then, generating $130 million and 2.4 million pay-per-view buys, a record at the time.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. I fought against the very best in Floyd Mayweather. Younger, in his prime, just, you know, undefeated. And I was over the hill, tons of injuries, because I was the champion in that fight.
Right.
So
normally you have to beat the champion to take his title.
To take his title. So you take all those variables, and I felt that, you know, okay, maybe.
Tensions were high when Mayweather and De La Hoya finally fought, fueled by several conflicts between their camps that excited fans. The rivalry began partly due to rumors that De La Hoya would be trained by Mayweather's father, though it never happened. It fired up both fighters. The fight became one of Mayweather's toughest challenges, with De La Hoya narrowly losing by split decision and seriously testing Mayweather's world-class defense.
Oscar was the one guy that would do everything that I tell him to do. He wasn't no mouthy guy. You know, he would do.
De La Hoya also named Mayweather as his most disliked opponent due to their rivalry. Despite their tension, both became legends in boxing. Although their first fight was close, they never had the highly anticipated rematch because Mayweather retired before returning and De La Hoya eventually retired too. Mayweather's father, involved in the corner controversy, believes his son was lucky to have won the decision.
He wasn't no mouthy guy or anything like that. We never had that kind of problem. And then every now and then I would go out there and jog with him and stuff like that. But other than that,
he explained that if fights are scored by who throws more punches, the win should go to Oscar. But if scoring is based on clean hits, then his son deserved the victory. He emphasized that Mayweather's strong defense blocked many punches, but in the end, the point system favors the fighter who lands the most shots, meaning by that measure, Oscar had the edge.
All I can tell you is Oscar's been a good guy, and Oscar got ready to do a lot of stuff with people. And Oscar was one of the best fighters.
Mayweather Sr.'s comments, favoring a rival over his own son, reveal how strained their relationship has been. Despite this, Floyd Mayweather's 50-0 career remains one of the most impressive in sports history, highlighted by wins over fighters like Diego Corrales and Miguel Cotto. Yet, his father insists there was one fight that shouldn't have been awarded to his son.
You learned from your son, being that he's taught you so much. You've taught him so much, excuse me. What have you learned? What have you learned from Floyd? Junior.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. At one time, we was coming up, we have never had argument.
In 2007, Mayweather was undefeated and at his peak when he faced global star Oscar De La Hoya. De La Hoya's aggressive style clashed with Mayweather's elusive counterpunching, creating a legendary fight. The bout shattered pay-per-view records, with over 2.4 million viewers, surpassing the previous record held by Holyfield versus Tyson 2. The fight went to the judges, who awarded a split decision win to Mayweather, extending his record to 38-0.
Oscar was the one guy that would do.
During the fight, Mayweather Sr. shocked viewers on HBO by saying his son should have lost and lost his undefeated record. He explained that if scoring is based on who throws more punches, the win goes to Oscar, but if based on clean hits, it goes to his son because of his strong defense. He admitted the fight was close, but believed the point system favored Oscar. He even revealed he scored the fight against his son, which likely strained their already rocky relationship further.
He wasn't no mouthy guy. You know, he would do what I tell him to do. He wasn't no mouthy guy or anything like that. We never had that kind of problem.
Surprisingly, Mayweather Sr. had spent 5 years training De La Hoya and would have cornered him that night if not for financial disagreements. So, according to his own father, Floyd Mayweather Jr. might have ended his career with a 49-1 record. However, Floyd likely disagrees and proudly retires undefeated, cementing his status as one of boxing's all-time greats. After this, Mayweather Sr. also brought up Floyd's recent legal troubles, adding more tension to their story.
All I can tell you is Oscar's been a good guy, and Oscar got ready to do a lot of stuff with people. And
Floyd has also faced money issues recently. YouTube boxer Deji revealed he had trouble getting paid by Mayweather's partners after the November 2022 exhibition fight in Dubai. Deji said, "They still owe me money, but sharing the ring with Floyd Mayweather was payment enough." That's all for now. Stay updated on boxing news, moments, and events by subscribing to our YouTube channel and turning on notifications for